education outreach projects, but we're also the organization that's growing rapidly in the last couple of years. So we're moving into this phase of infrastructure projects, and we're going to start moving on, working on bigger things. And the first big project that we're going to start working on in a couple months is developing the Whiskey Flat encampment property, the entire 15 acres of land up there. We're going to be working with the Kernville Chamber of Commerce. We're going to bring a dog park, a picnicking park, an outdoor amphitheater, and a native wildflower botanical garden. And this is going to be turned into Kern County's first and only dedicated environmental education park. Wow. So, in a couple months, you're going to see me going out trying to get support, trying to raise money. We are applying for grants, but the grants are never guaranteed because there are so many organizations applying for this. But myself and Robbie Miller from SOS Dog Rescue are running for Whiskey Flat Mayor, and our goal is to raise enough money to get the dog park moving into phase 1. Or phase 3 actually, because phase 1's been completed by our local Boy Scouts who built the nature walk down there about a mile long. If you guys haven't walked it,
it's down in the encampment area. Y'all know what the encampment area is.
It's down by the river.
So we get ready to do the dog park.
Yeah. So and then
Chris has deep experience in the dog park biz.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'll get in contact with you.
And there's all kinds of things that you can address that we
for sure.
know.
So Chris brings a background in county planning, and she and Ross were responsible for the creation of the one in Isabella.
Well, counting a little bit.
Nonetheless, look, you're here, so
So
take the credit.
So we completed phase 1, which is the Boy Scouts and the Eagle Scouts came out for 3 days, camped down there, and built this amazing nature walk for us.
Oh, wow.
Phase 2 began a couple of weeks ago with the Kern River Rodeo Association junior rodeo kids who came out and cleared out an entire area of dead trees. A few homeless encampments were cleaned out of there as well. And that is the most shaded area of this encampment property, and this is where we're building a massive picnicking area for the kids. So when they're done with their tour and their projects, they can go to this picnic area and have a nice little picnic down there. So that's already started, and phase 3 will be the dog park, which me and Robbie will start as soon as Whiskey Flat goes underway and money starts coming in. Then we'll start hiring contractors and get stuff going on over there. So that's what we have coming up.
Thank you for all that you do, both here and for other rivers up and down the Sierra. But really, so donate to the Conservancy. Donate to the Conservancy. Now, I could not be happier to introduce our two beloved friends who are here together like chocolate and peanut butter to make a new sound together. They've sort of been orbiting each other for many years, but recently they played together in a festival in Canada. And they said, well, this was really fun. So they're kind of working up this whole thing for the two of them to do. David Gans, we've known for longer than Josh and I have known each other. We were friends from the Well. You've all heard us talk about the Well. David is OG Well, and also
he's an old guy.
Yeah, it means original gangsta. And he was the original gangsta of the Well, but that's another story. That's only for the cognizant of the Well. David has been a touring musician. He's a journalist, an author, has a radio show, and he plays a mean and fabulous guitar. He's been here a couple of times, so many of you may be familiar with David. Joe Craven, our dear friend, beautiful musician, arts educator,
And fashion guru.
and fashion insultant.
Fashion insultant.
Our fashion insultant. So I think pretty much everybody here knows you from either your music camps, your educational projects, hosting at River Tunes. That's how we all at River Tunes, and also at Mill Pond. That's how we all got to know you in the first place. And now moved on and taken the River Tunes community to a whole nother level. And he'll talk to you about that after we're done too. But anyway, I'm so delighted to have. Oh, and this guy we played bass. Anyway.
We have a bass player.
I'm so happy to be able to introduce together again for the first time, Joe and Dave.
your love. Well, I saw her yesterday. It's you she's thinking of. And she told me what to say. She said she loves you when you know that can't be bad. She loves you and you know you should be glad. She said you heard her song. She almost lost her mind. Now she says she knows you're not the hurting kind. She says she loves you, and you know that can't be bad. She loves you, and you know you should be glad. She loves you, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah. When you give love like that, you know you should be glad. You know it's up to you. I think it's only fair. Pride could hurt you too. Apologize to her because she loves you when you know that can't be bad. She loves you and you know you should be glad. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. And with a love like that, you know you should be glad. With a love like that, you should be glad. With a love like you know you should be glad. Those of you who are watching at home, this is Josh Gordon joining us on the bass.
You learned that from the Queen?
Joe's new to this internet stuff, I guess.
Thank you all for being here tonight, because we know that in this wild and crazy world of ours, that you do have a choice of airlines. You have lots of things you could be doing with your time, and we're really grateful that you picked coming and spending your hump day with us this week. So great to see the Gordons again, and great to see some of you again after a long drink.
Cruising down the boulevard of smoking dreams, trying not to worry about what it means. It's not as trivial as it might seem. Come on down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Go on down to the river and drown. Jonathan's home life wasn't too nice. Trapped in a prison of unsound advice. He heard the river calling and he didn't think twice. Mary and Elizabeth pitching a tent. A day at the river is a day well spent. They need a miracle to pay their rent. Going down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come down to the river and drown. Long, tall, savage strumming her guitar. She got a new tattoo of a moon and a star. We kept her next, she's got a gig in a bar. Julie took a wrong turn right out of school. 17 years in the bed of a fool. Now she's at the river and everything's cool. Going down to the river and drown. Benny's making big bucks riding the boom. Pushing midnight cones from dawn till noon. Tonight he'll dance by the light of the shroud. Going down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come down to the river and drown. Louis takes a bong hit and lets it fly. Raving like the raven that the end is nigh. He's been on this ranch since Pigpen died. Going down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. A day at the river is a dream well dreamed. It can do wonders for your self-esteem. You don't need a coupon to get redeemed. I can go on talking, but I'm starting to bore. Next time I see you, I will tell you some more. Just remember what a metaphor is for. We need to go down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Go on down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Thank you. It's on a record called Drop the Bone. Joe and I both have stuff for sale. We're going to take a break in a little while, and we got books and music for sale. And I'm going to take this moment to recommend Joe's album, Garcia's Songbook. One of my favorite records by anybody of any kind over the last, 15 years or so. He's taken some of my favorite music and done something just brilliant with each one of these pieces, and it's a tremendously important record. So I want you to buy a copy during the break.
Thanks, David.
You ain't paying me to say that.
No. It meant so much to me. I was nervous when we created this record. I was nervous about getting in touch with David Gans and asking his thoughts on this, because I respected his knowledge of that music and beyond that music, all the things that lead to that music and things that lead out of that music elsewhere. So I was delighted when I got a call from you. I think you had left a message on my phone machine, and you were listening to the disc in your car, and you were.
Couldn't wait till it was over to tell you that.
It was true. Yeah, it was so. It meant the world to me, and I think that's something we as artists, playing our music, painting, drawing, writing, dancing, acting, whatever our voice, however our creative voice speaks out of the toolbox, we want to be validated. We want to find connection with people and acceptance, and that meant the world to me. So, yeah, thank you for that.
Well, it fit into my sense of what Grateful Dead music is and how that could be furthered. You know, there's people that play Grateful Dead music sort of in exactly the same way that Grateful Dead did, which is a valid and interesting way to do it. But I came up, and I was a songwriter before I ever got into the Grateful Dead or any other kind of music like that. So I was always interested in telling the story in my own voice, and it turned out that's what the Grateful Dead did. They took a bunch of their own songs and a bunch of other people's songs and sprung them together with jams that didn't sound like anybody else. And they made a unique kind of music that was compelling enough for people like me that want to go see them every time they could, you know. And it inspired zillions of guys like me to do something similar in our own lives. And so what I've done is write a bunch of my own songs and taken a bunch of other people's songs, and I'm telling the story in my own voice. And the reason I was so amazed by Joe's thing was that's exactly what they did. They took these songs and turned them into something else entirely in a really inspired way. And so, and I've seen Joe and played music with Joe in like larger contexts at festivals and stuff many times over the years. But it wasn't until this time in March when we were together up in Canada that we got a chance to just go one-on-one, and it turned out we do have this thing in common of doing it our way and doing it in a sort of covalent way with another musician.
We do it our way, and so did Frank Sinatra. But let's go to the Grand Ole Opry, and let's go backstage. And in one of the dressing rooms.
Yeah, 2804 Opryland Drive looks pretty good.
Alexa woke up.
This is great. Let's go backstage at the Grand Ole Opry with Alexa. There you are. This was a long time ago. People don't realize how long Alexa's really been around. There she was. Bless her. And so that was really great. I love stuff like that. And there's Hank Williams Sr. And he's writing a song. He's inspired, he's backstage, he's writing this song, and along comes the father of bluegrass music, Mr. Bill Monroe. And he sticks his head in the door, and he can see that Hank is over there working on something. He goes and sits down with him. Next thing you know, Hank has engaged himself in a co-write of a song with Bill Monroe, especially, probably, with the idea that Bill came and blessed the song. The Pope himself came and gave it the blessing. But let's do this one that's, I did it in bluegrass for a long time, but then I realized where it came from and kind of a little bit more Hank than Bill, with all due respects to Bill. One called I'm Blue and I'm Lonesome. The lonesome sound of the train going by makes me wanna stop and cry. 'Cause I recall the day they took you away. I'm blue, I'm lonesome too. When I hear that old whistle blow, I wanna pack my suitcase and go. The lonesome sound of a train going by makes me wanna stop and cry. Mr. Gans, make me cry, son. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, you better get the bridge, son. Better get that bridge. Keep going. Oh, I pick up my in the still of the night, in the pale moonlight, the wind shame moans and sighs. They lonesome blues I just can't lose. I'm blue, I'm lonesome too. Listen here. When I hear that whistle blow, I woke my suitcase and go. The lonesome sound of the train going by make me wanna stop and cry. Come on, Joe, take a solo. Thanks, I think I will. The lonesome sound of a train going by makes me
She sang her song so well. If you'll be my Dixie Chicken, I will be your Tennessee lamb. We can walk together down in Dixieland, down in Dixieland. My money flowed like wine, and then that low-down southern whiskey began to fog my mind. And I don't remember church bells or the money I put down on the white picket fence and boardwalk of the house at the edge of town. Boy, do I remember the strains of her refrain and the nights we spent together and the way she called my name. If you'll years since she ran away. Guess that guitar player sure could play. He was always handy with a song. She really liked to sing along. Then one night in the lobby of the Commodore Hotel, I chanced to meet a bartender who said he knew her well. And as he handed me a drink, he began to hum a song. And all the boys there at the bar began to sing along. Hey, be my Dixie Chicken, I will be your Tennessee lamb. We can walk together down in Dixieland, down in Dixieland. Be seated. We're having so much dang fun here. I can't stand it. This is so funny. This is for me. This is the ultimate way to make music. Is when you have absolutely no idea what the heck you're doing. And we've got stuff in. Yeah, we've learned things. We've learned how to listen. That's the thing.
We're fine. No one wants to.
No, yes. Look at that. Look at that grace. Look at her move across the room like everything's fine.
She can roll with the ball bags anywhere.
That was stunning. What a look at that.
My iWatch just said,
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
it's
dialing 911.
I'm okay. I thought I'm okay.
Or to quote an old ad from some long ago place, I've fallen and I did get up. Anyway, back to the idea of just listening and being in the moment and be ready to just connect with stuff and not worrying about correctness.
Yeah.
Just having fun. And if you have fun and not worry about the wrong notes, that's where the magic happens. Because then you go, whoa, what just the heck happened? You know, it's bigger than all of us, and this is great stuff. And this is to a large degree, I think, what David was conveying that the Grateful Dead did in their own way, of not worrying about the correctness of things, but the idea of speaking conversationally to themselves and to audience.
And playing in the moment, playing
Yeah.
the song the way you feel it now, not a perfected version
Yes.
that you sorted out in the studio. It was different every
How
time
many times?
because why bother being consistent?
Yes.
In the moment. Nice.
Right, and when you're in the moment, there's no way you're going to be predictable. And as artists, that's what we want. As musicians, we don't want to be predictable. Look at, a great example of that is Bob Dylan. You know, the minute his fan base started having expectations about certain things that they liked that he was doing, I want more of that. He's out of there. He turned it on a dime. That's what that's how we can all grow in our creative spirit. Yeah, great. So let's do some more. How about Josh, huh?
I know that guy.
See, that's the other thing that's fun. Just start playing a song and don't tell your pals what you're playing, and make them guess. Make them guess.
I got to tell you, I've been racking my brain, trying to find a way. I've had enough of this continual rain. Changes are coming, no doubt. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the times to get better. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the times to get better. You seem to want something that I cannot give. I feel so helpless at times. There is a dream I know we're all gonna live. Been burning holes in my mind. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the time to burn. It's been a too long time with no ready for the tides to turn, ready for the times to get better. So we're going to take a little break so everybody can refresh and renew and whatever. And also we have books and music for sale over there on the counter. And me and Joe are going to hang out over there and sign stuff. Thank you. And then we'll come back and play some more.
Thank you all for being here.
Or as we
Thank you
say,
so much.
wine break, wine break, wine break. And come, please make sure that you take something home from the artists.
By doing so,
Voluntarily.
by doing so, here's something. How many of you all have CD players that you can still listen to CDs on? How many of you don't have any way to play a CD? You don't have a CD player. Okay. Here's something to think about. We spend a lot of money to make these recordings, these digital donuts, and we selling these documents so you can take them home and enjoy them is a way that we build our fan base, we make connection with you all, but it's also a way that sustains us and keeps us in business, keeps us going, and to continue on our journey to make literally hundreds of dollars annually. But aside from that, if you feel like, well, I don't want to buy a CD because I don't have anything to play it on, or it's an outdated kind of material or whatever, buy the CD and give us the price of the CD as patronage.
Think of it that way.
Think of it as patronage.
So
Don't think
And then ask your nephew for a copy of the album.
Don't think of it as buying a CD. Think of it as you're supporting us with an additional gift, and then if you don't want to buy it, if you don't take that CD and play it, give it as a gift. And Carol Merrill here is. You all know what I'm talking about when I say Carol Merrill. Wow, that's. Will you do that wherever we go?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. Anyway, thanks so much. We'll see you soon.
You guys are 100-airs, huh?
100-airs.
Wow.
100-airs. That's right.
Stand up, stretch your legs. We'll take 10 minutes. 10 minutes, because I know it. We all go to bed early here. 10 minutes.
Oh, sure.
You know it, and I know.
Dude, you having fun?
Oh my God.
Me too. That's what
You're disqualified because you're on it. You can't be within 200 feet. Not this election.
Come, my loves, come take your seats.
I think I misdirected.
Yeah, that's okay. I figured it would happen.
Just be present. Be out of it. I love that. That's great. Thank you for being out.
Do you have enough space?
What's that?
You have enough space?
Oh, yeah. Those pants. Hi.
How's it going?
Just fine. It got moved. So
Oh, it did?
it did. So I'm just gonna rearrange things once Josh gets back. We got lucky. We got lucky. Let me take your
Always. You two are your own comet. But this particular asteroid is a ride.
It really is. It's, well, there's a lot of talk about Joe's Crocs.
About what?
Joe's Crocs. You know, among the swellies.
Tilt down.
Oh, yeah. I want to move it in a little, but with keeping everybody in, why don't you go sit in your chair?
Are there any questions about the material we covered in the first segment?
Will there be a test?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Every day.
How do you do it?
Yeah, you do.
I have a question.
Yes, sir, the senator from Illinois. You have-
Oh.
What happened? Oh, why did you do that? Okay, no, go ahead.
More, please.
More. More, please. What?
I want what? You want what?
Wow, that's great. Oliver fans. Yeah.
Well,
Do you all know what just happened?
No.
We had an Oliver moment.
Well, or some of her. What?
We'll be here all night.
Whoa. I'm so sorry.
Tip your server.
Don't forget to tip your big fat guy.
How are we doing? Are we supposed to be starting now?
You're amazing. You're amazing.
And so are you. You know what? We're all amazing. We are.
It's true.
I'm serious. I mean, I'm not just saying that gratuitously. We are all amazing. We are all amazing people. Congratulations. It's so great. It's so great to hang out with other amazing people. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, all right. So this is a kind of little featured moment here. I'm going to start off this one solamente, and I would like to know if, let's see, I'm Joe. I'll be your server here at the beginning. What can I get you started with? Something that's Latin and instrumental, or something that is a swinging thing that pays tribute to one of my musical heroes, or an original song about self-inflicted therapy during the pandemic.
Swingy
Swingy.
thingy.
Swingy with the first two.
Raise your hand, raise your hand. Holy smokes, good grief. Okay,
Swingy thingy.
swingy thingy,
Latin.
Latin. How many people for the Latin thing?
Swingy.
Oh,
Swingy Latin, very funny, and an original too, right? That's clever. Okay. Swingy thingy, original thing? No, that's the one.
Original pandemic thing.
Original pandemic thing.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go. It's kind of like Congress. I don't know what to do. What's it done? Swingy? Really swingy?
Swingy's good. Swingy's good.
Okay, this is okay. Swingy tribute to musical hero thing. Is that what you meant? Yeah.
In Latin.
Okay, this is kind of dreamy, swingy thing. This is something I wrote a long time ago. I mean, it's an original, but it's about the patriarch. There's a patriarch of a particular style of music in America, and that's bluegrass music. And the patriarch is a guy named Bill Monroe, right? But there's also a patriarch of a particular style of swing music, and he lived in France, and his name was Django Reinhardt. So you guys, wouldn't it have been really cool for Django and Bill to get together?
Oh,
It would have been
yeah.
really cool. Yeah. Anyway, some of you have maybe heard me do this because I think I'm probably sure that I have done this here in the past when I've been here at the Pine Cone. But I'm going to do it again for you here. Hope you enjoy it. I haven't done this in a while. Holy smokes. Swing 39, swing 42. Those were the years, such were the tunes. Oh, Django, you still speak to me. Oh, when it played by the Champs-Élysées, no one had ever heard it that way. It's Django, what it came to be. A style of pure animation, defying mere imitation. A caravan wagon, Paris cafe, red scarf and guitar that gypsy could play. I'm talking about Djangology. Applause through the haze of small cabarets, hot clubs swinging, the people would say, Monsieur Django, he plays so effortlessly. One crippled hand helped set him free. That way of playing so differently. It's pure Django, what it came to be. A master of improvisation, defying mere imitation. Although he is gone, the vinyl plays on. That gypsy spirit still riffs in my songs. I'm talking about Djangology. swing 42. Those were the years, such were the tunes. Oh, Django, you still speak to me. Oh, and it played by the Champs-Élysées. No one had ever heard jazz that way. It's Django, what it came to be. A master of improvisation, fiery incantations, a pencil thin mustache, Paris cafe, Selmer guitar that gypsy could play. I'm talking his anthology, pure Django, so Djangology.
Bonus, I'm going to do the Latin thing. Well, we're all going to go to Cuba. Who would like to go to Cuba? Yeah. Okay, the bus leaves in about a month, and no, just kidding, but not really, because I've been to Cuba with my wife and my daughter and some friends, and it changed my life. And why did it change my life? It changed my life because I saw people living in incredible poverty, and they had the most artfully rich lives I've ever seen. Because they relied on art to keep them happy, to keep them buoyant, to keep them connected, to keep them grateful for what they had. Cuba is a very complicated place, and there's a lot of hardship there, but out of that is also this incredible artful living that people engage in. If we could get all Americans to travel beyond our borders to see how the rest of the world lives, the world at large would be a different place. And certainly we would maybe all find common ground a little easier than we are these days. So let's just all go to Cuba.
Sweet.
I think that would be a great idea. Anyway, in the meantime, yeah, I'll be your guide.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a date.
Okay. So I'm going to feature some drums that, as we know them, come from Cuba, and it's a male and a female, the macho and the hembra, and these are the bongo. Everybody say bongo. Bongo. You can say bongos, you know, cool dude. Hey, crazy man. But bongo. Yeah. So we'll do this, and this is one that I wrote a while back. I'm going to use a little technology here to have some fun with it, kind of put you all in the spirit. I'm going to take a nap.
And welcome David Gans to the stage.
Yeah, beat that.
No, I don't believe in competition.
That's right. As Bela Bartok said, which I think is really weird too, that he said, competition is for horses. No, competition is not for horses, it's for horse owners. Bela Bartok said that. He said, yeah, referring to the idea of competition in music.
Absolutely.
All right. Topping that is off the table. But, you know, each of us brings different assets to the
Well, the man who stole the future has an oil drum for a heart and a strange preoccupation with other people's private parts. They want us to do what they say, but I'd rather live my own damn way. We'll take our country back someday, but it's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, but I know it's gonna get better. Yes, I know it's gonna get better, 'cause it almost always does. I can't say much about the who and how, but I believe it just because. Day by day our bonds unweave, mammon gloats as nature grieves. Oh, save us from these pious thieves. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, but I know it's gonna get better. Well, I love the world we live in, 'cause I live in it with you. Well, I don't know why they're so proud to be defined by what they buy. These righteous despoilers, these blood for oilers, taking orders from on high. And I don't know whose word I take about this God whose laws I break. I'm swan diving into that fiery lake. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, but I know it's gonna get better. Well, these dark end forces are clamping down on us unconforming souls, waving flags and bashing fags and burning truth like coal. Now I don't know, but I've been told the naming rights have all been sold. Hell is hot and heaven's cold, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, but I know it's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets Such a lovely planet. Wonder how it came to be. Was it chaos or creation? Was it God or entropy? Now the spirit may be sleeping, but it dwells in every heart. I put my faith in nature, of which we are a part. There are many here among us who believe this world is theirs. When it's beaten and depleted, they will rise into the air. And the ones who don't believe them face a dark eternal grave. No one knows, but they are certain. Save us from the same. I put my faith in nature, what I hear and smell and see, until I meet that higher power. I'll do what makes sense to me. And if what I would call a good life is what you would call depraved, give me freedom from religion. Save us from the same. Tradition, and I insist you honor mine. In a world with any justice, blasphemy is not a crime. You believe what you believe in. I respect your wish to pray, but if you try to make me join you, resist you all the way. I'm not saying I know better, I'm just saying we don't know. Till the day we get an answer, I go where my heart says go. It's a narrow minded Jesus I see reflected in your eyes. He was all about compassion. If he knew you, he would cry. I put my faith in nature, what I hear and smell and see, until I meet that higher power. I'll do what makes sense to me. And if what I would call a good life is what you must call depraved, give me freedom from religion. Save us from the same.
both of those songs are on a CD that I didn't bring with me. That's how good my marketing department is, which is me.
Fire him.
He's the best I can do.
Give him a raise then.
This song also is on a record I didn't agree with.
Go get it.
No, it's all right. I just means that's not the important part. We're here doing anything.
That is, as an educator, I'm my first job as teaching people things is to validate them first, because if you're validated, then you are empowering yourself because someone else has given you permission to say to you, you have something to give. And in making music, what a wonderful ride you just went on.
Yes.
From what I did to what David did. And it's again, we were talking about that unpredictability, just staying open and seeing the vast array of stuff that people have to share and give, and we all have that. We all have that. I mean, tell your stories. Nobody's got your story, and it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be music. It can be anything. It can be anything out of the toolbox. But share your story. Bring your inside out, because it's going to help you become more of who you already are. But you're going to also leave something that could save somebody's life. Art saves lives.
Here, here.
I've seen it happen. I've worked in detention centers at various levels, including working with lifers, people who are never going to get on the outside again, but their stories matter. So I would spend time with them to tell their stories and bring those stories out, because they can save a life. They can change somebody's life, and that gives us all a sense of purpose, additional purpose with whatever you're doing. And you've got those. Your story is so important. Tell it. Do it. Do it for all of us, and you'll see that you do it for yourself. We're all talented in here.
Yeah.
We are all talented. Yeah. Okay, sorry, thanks for indulging me with that. I can't help myself, but
Great, brother.
Okay. Here we go. What are we doing? I don't know. We're going to just start playing music.
If just one dream could come true, I know what my dream would be. Last night I dreamed that Jacqueline was dreaming of me. If her voice was Irish whiskey and her blue eyes were the sea, oh, what a drunken sailor I would surely be. For the pleasure of her kisses I would dance across the sky. I sing this song the whole day long, 'cause she makes my heart fly. If her voice was Irish whiskey and her blue eyes were the sea, oh, what a drunken sailor I would surely be. my teeth with shaving cream. I'm all confused and so bemused by love for Jacqueline. If her voice was Irish whiskey and her blue eyes were the sea, oh, what a drunken sailor I would surely be. If just one dream could come true, I know what my dream would be. Last night I dreamed that Jacqueline was dreaming of me. If her voice was Irish whiskey and her blue eyes were the sea, oh, what a drunken sailor I would surely be. If her voice was Irish whiskey and her blue eyes were the sea, oh, what a drunken sailor I would surely be.
I'll take this over Netflix anytime.
You're here.
And Netflix is good, don't get me wrong. I watched The Queen's Gambit twice. Hello, my name is Joe, and I watched The Queen's Gambit twice.
Hi, Joe.
It was that good to me. It's okay. But we can get, we're getting out now, we're getting out, and we're hanging out, and, yeah, it's so good. So good. And what a great house of community this place is, huh?
Thank you for the blessing.
Thank you.
Sure. Here's, how many of y'all like bluegrass music?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we apologize for what's about to happen.
I'd rather be stuck in some dark holler
Take two, they're small. Finger snaps, please. Thank you. Yeah. Josh Gordon, y'all. I'd rather be stuck in some dark hole where the sun refuses to shine than to be here in the pine cone inn all alone, living in my sin in a small room with you on my mind. So but I ain't coming back. Sounds like a good bluegrass number for y'all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Send that to all our sick and shut-in friends out in radio land right there. Hey, everybody who's streaming, I mean, well, no, we're streaming. Are they streaming? They're not streaming. Well, they are streaming.
They're screaming.
We're being streamed.
Are they the streamees?
Yes. We're the streamers.
We're the streamers and you're the streamees.
We're studio streamies. Swellies too, especially the swellies. They know who they are.
Are there any questions?
So you should, by the way, I want to mention that for those of you who are looking at home, I didn't get a chance to put it up on the screen, but Joe Craven's online world is joecraven.com. And I recommend most highly this record I talked about it earlier in the evening called Garcia Songbook. Go look him up online and check that record out. It is fucking amazing.
Thank you, dude. Okay. Wow, now what do we do?
Play some music.
Sure. This is a really great song. I love David's songs, and this is one I heard driving down. You know, if you have to take Highway 99 anytime soon, don't.
395.
It's just like, just don't.
Take the other side.
Take the long way.
The other side.
No, don't.
395.
Long way, long way. Go
but if you're over on this side,
Yeah, true.
It's
Nice
worth
enough.
it.
like
It's worth it. Go over
course-
the mountain.
of course, as soon as you get to the gateway of the Kern River, everything's wonderful. But holy smokes, 99 was just horrible the other day. Right? I live in a little town that's known as the former gateway to the Nut Tree.
Yeah.
Anybody, you guys know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah.
The Nut Tree?
The old Nut
It's
Tree.
now the gateway to the Nut Tree factory stores. And it's the former gateway to the milk farm and the milk farm petting zoo. It was a restaurant that had a petting zoo. It's an interesting combination, isn't it? Honey, you're petting the little animal that you got to eat.
Market lambs.
All right. Anyway, that was quite a ride. I'm gonna take the 5 going home. Don't you think it's gonna be a little better?
No, yes.
$3.95.
$3.95? Really? But that's like
Stop for a classic
It's
burger.
fabulous, but it's a
oh.
yeah.
All right. Thanks for the advice.
These are way over time. I was at the house without those presents.
You haven't lived until. Back to you. I'm sorry. What is that?
Wait, is there a connection here? I don't know that.
I appreciate the traffic advice, because we're driving home to Oakland tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Oh, man.
We're at 5.
395, 80, 210.
We're good.
It's a long
Not
way
five.
home.
Not five.
Take the long way home.
Take the long way home. We would
Yeah.
like to do that, it's just time. What's your tempo?
Oh yeah. Too much? Too fast? Driving down up the 5. Coalinga, Cowschwitz.
We know it all.
What? You never heard that? Never heard that? Oh my God, he's never heard that. We got it. That's so great.
Never be the same.
Cowschwitz, right down from Harris Ranch. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, in life and song have endless variation. So we embrace the possibilities. The groove is what we all create together with sympathetic synchronicity. Yes, what we seek is not just entertainment. What we make is not just rock and roll. God knows it's training up for spiritual entrainment to fortify the body and the soul. Life is a jam. We live to jam. Our music is a soul collaboration. We sing and dance at every chance. It's a righteous conflagration of concerted inspiration. Uncertainty is not a thing to fear. Yes, when the music's playing us, no one has to scare the bus. We're Magellan, Captain Cook, and Marco Polo. What's next is not a jam, it's a mandolin solo. We don't know where we're going till we get there, and we don't know how it ends till it ends. We do our greatest work when we're not thinking,
Yes.
and no one can remember what played when. Yes, what we seek is not just entertainment. What we make is not just rock and roll. Yeah, we're teaming up for spirits full and trained. Fortify the body and the soul. Life is a jam, we jam to live. Our music is a soul collaboration. We sing and dance at every chance. It's a righteous conflagration of concerted inspiration. Our collective intuition brings our wishes to fruition. Jamming is a leap into the future. Uncertainty is not a thing to fear. Yes, when the music's playing us, no one has to steer the bus. Now, depending on our mood and random factors, we'll groove or jam or segue or just
fella that was by the name of Joe South, who wrote a song that I would listen to riding on my Schwinn bicycle, and I had my Japanese transistor radio with a genuine leather case strapped around my constitution, my torso, whatever it was, whatever it still is, hopefully. And it had a telescoping antenna that would pick up the radio station playing this song that Joe wrote. And it was relevant then and it's relevant now.
If I could pay you, if you could pay me for just 1 hour, we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. You could see you through my eyes instead of your ego. I believe you'd be surprised to see your world. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Pay before you accuse, criticize and abuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Now all the world you see around you is just a reflection. And with all it comes, says you're gonna read what you sow. So unless you've lived a life of total perfection, you might think twice of any stone that you might grow. And yet we still might be throwing stones at one another. Eat the same food, wear the same clothes, I have the same faith, I think the way you do. Oh yeah, though I may be a common person, yeah, I'm your brother. And we strike out and hurt each other, it's hurting everyone. Walk a mile in my shoes. 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 Hey, before you accuse, criticize and walk a mile in my shoes. There are people on reservations in any city ghetto. Brother, they are for the grace of God, for you and I. If I only had wings of a little angel, don't you know I climb to the top of the mountain and loudly I cry. Walk a mile in my shoes. Hey! Walk a mile.
she's paid for you a cute good size of heaven on my main
Sacridermic.
Okay, take us home with something there.
Okay.
David Gans. Yes. We've had a blast. We hope you have.
And the Kernville will be a happier place for it. Thank you for all of that.
It's a happier place.
Thank you.
I'm happy to be a part of that.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Roberta. Thanks to all of you that came down here. Great to see old friends and make some new ones.
And Rich, tell us up for recording today.
Rich,
Everybody
that's
out
right.
there, all the green roonies and the swellies and all the other people watching up there. Thank you so much for being part of this today. Please visit joecraven.com and take a look at that.
And visit Kernville, but not all of you all at once. Kernville will appreciate that.
Yes.
But it's a remarkable place, filled with remarkable people.
It's been my experience as well. Okay, Josh? Yeah, I just lost my power.
Oh, you have the power.
Get a vamp for a minute.
Do it.
Good?
You like. I can hear you.
Lay down, my dear brother, lay down and take your rest. Won't you lay your head on your Savior's breast? I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night. I bid you good night. And I bid you good night. Bid you good night. Lay down, lay down into your rest. Won't you lay your head on your Savior's breast? I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night. Bid you good night. And I bid you good night. Good night. Bid you good night. did you?
Josh Gordon, David Gans. Thank you all so much. Safe drive, Lee. Going home. And good night, everybody out there in Screenland.
Like the lady said.
I tell you what, you know, it's late, and I know some of y'all are leaving. We're going to play some leaving music for those of you that are leaving, and those of you that are staying, we're gonna do some staying music. But it's free choice here. Those of you that are heading out, be safe going home. We want to see you again. And those of you that are here. Send us out to the ukulele club right here in Kernville. Love you guys. That's just so amazing what you're doing. Yes. Play those ukuleles. Oh yes.
Didn't get to sleep that night. cappuccino, morning Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. Said I'd rather take my time, friend, but that's friend mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Got two reasons why I cry on waves lonely night. First one's named Sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart's delight. Second one is Prison Baby, the sheriff's on my trail. And if he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. You can borrow from the devil, you can borrow from a friend, but the devil will get you 20 when your friend got only 10. So I'll take my time, friend, and tell his friend about if I get home before midnight, he just might get some sleep tonight. So Robert Hunter wrote that last verse after the song had been done and recorded. Jerry didn't want to bolt on another lyric to it, so it didn't get used until years later. All of the surviving Grateful Dead guys use that last verse now, and so do the rest of
Thank you, Josh.
Buy stuff from you. That people want to buy things from you.
That's really.
Go do that thing. Oh my goodness gracious, everyone.
That was kind of like a Grateful Dead concert.
Kind of was.
Fabulous.
Better.
We didn't even need acid.
Oh, right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you both. All right. Yes, yes. Fusion's a good word. It's a funny word. Well,
So your recording won't have any.
it's a fun, I think it's fusion in the literal sense of that. But it's funny, there's actually a genre. One that we think of as fusion, that was in the 70s. And it was basically fusion jazz. Like Miles Davis, I love the story of Miles Davis going to play Newport Jazz. And he was not to them, and he was like, Miles would create them, and he was like, but he was not popular. So this is what happened is that he's there playing and he's had his fans, sure, living legend, but he split, and as he was leaving, he saw this whole other crowd of people coming in about to watch the next act. And he goes, okay, all right, he stayed. We'll figure out big print. Big print. That's what I'm. it is a fusion of just all, it's whatever you like. I love so many different kinds of music.
Yeah.
It's hard, like this kid, I love to play piano.
This is so.
Well, a little bit this afternoon, a little bit, but it was like, he just, fearless, just, I mean,
An hour and a half of hard work.
it's just being in the you know, because once they happen, they're gone, and it's like, what now what? What's the same? It's all
That's
there.
part of the reason I've always liked live music. Because the recording is too perfect. It's
Oh,
almost not.
it's polished, right? Yeah,
I
exactly.
love live music because I think of this stuff. It adds a little flavor.
Yeah, it does, right? It's real, it's honest, it's real in the moment.
I don't notice it.
Well, thank you guys, thanks for your kind words. Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Yeah,
But I know.
we have something for you.
Okay. Oh, so it was nice.
Or actually, this isn't no. So.
Careful,
I don't
Charlie,
know if it's
careful.
I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, we're just gonna keep on listening.
I don't know.
It is. Oh
Oh,
my
oh,
god.
it is? Oh, okay.